Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Fatz from Modified Media, Mr. Fatz TV, and of course, Down Musik. We're here with the manager of Down Musik, Pream, who's just been really active with his music videos lately. He's done 2 so far, and there's another one dropping. Is it next week?
Friday, yeah.
Beautiful. So your first one was part 1, second one part 2. Obviously, they're linked. Is your third one linked to the other 2?
I haven't said it is linked, but technically it is. I mean, half my story part 1 and 2 about past. That's what I've been through. I put them in two songs, 2 stories. Bit different to both of them. The other one was a bit more of like a freestyle all the way through. This one's a bit of a gap in between with, you know, the phone calls with you in the middle of it and Tom Calero. Grinding is part 3 technically, but I'm not going to call it part 3 because the grinding is sort of the present and the future. What my mindset is now, it's completely different to what it was 2 years ago, so to speak.
Beautiful. So what made you write part 1 and 2? Why did you want to talk about your past? Why did you put these tracks together? Because they're very deep, very emotional. What made you want to create them?
Do you know what? I think a lot of people were starting to not figure me out, but starting to ask me a lot more if I was right. I wasn't, and I kept covering it up with like things like I'm tired, stuff like that. But I think it was like time for me to just let it off my chest, let everyone know. And I've had some really good feedback, which I really appreciate from everyone. It's been really nice, especially from half my story part 2. Literally within about 20 minutes, I had about 6 messages already. So that was really nice. It was quite emotional, actually, some of the stuff what got sent to me. So it was nice. I appreciate everyone for that. But yeah.
So instead of saying that, you know, instead of keep repeating yourself, you thought you'd lay it down, let people relate to it. You know, people go through, you know, hardships, you know, anxiety, depression, and, you know, a lot of people get down about their job. So with everything that you've been through, it was probably nice for you to share it and give people something to connect to.
Yeah, it was quite nice. There was a lot of people who asked me, you know, how I dealt with it, stuff like that. But the way I dealt with it, I wouldn't tell people to do that. I held it in a long time, and when I was alone, that would sort of hit me hard. But I would never show it. I think a lot of people say, you know, I heard loads of people tell me that I'm quite a funny, you know, ambitious sort of person. I think I said that in half my story part 1 as one of the lyrics. But for me to come out with that song and half my story part 2, not a lot of people knew I had that much going on. So I think it hit a lot of people personally to them. Yeah. And as well as a surprise that I was going through that sort of stuff. So it was nice, but
it's very hard for men to talk about it. There's a big thing lately with a lot of men, you know, the highest suicide rate of men and men suffer in silence, and there's a lot of, you know, grow up, man up, because men shouldn't cry. And there was some backlash lately with a celebrity. I'm a celebrity, and they're saying, oh, why are these men crying? They need to grow up. But again, the other side of it is men need to show their emotions. Men need to talk out, you know. It could save someone's life. So you sharing your story could essentially help somebody talk about theirs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I won't mention no names, but I have spoken to like 2 or 3 people now since the first track, half my story part 1. I've been keeping in contact with a few people, and they, you know, we always talk every day pretty much now. So it's quite nice to, you know, what I've been through, sort of relate back to them and sort of like, you know, backwards and forwards with the how do you deal with it, and then I'd say this and they'd say something back, and it sort of helps each other. So it's a bit like a community thing, like between each other. So it's quite nice. So
I think it's really nice that you've done that, and I've listened to both tracks. I've actually listened to the third track. You guys haven't. The third one I really like as well. But I really resonated with the number 2, my story part 2. I really like that. The part 1 was really great, but part 2 I could resonate with. Obviously, you know, like most men, we've all been ups and downs, have down days and depression and whatnot. So I found them really good. The next one is Grinding. That's with CJ.
Yeah, featuring CJ, great rapper, only 17 as well, and he's very talented at what he does. Yeah, I found him on, I think one of my mates from work actually, he sent me CJ through WhatsApp and said, check this guy out. As soon as I heard him, I knew how to get him on the track. Nice. And Grinding came to, I've written Grinding ages ago, I just haven't had the opportunity to pull it out.
Yeah.
I wanted to do more features. I've said to you before, I want to do more features. I just haven't had the opportunity to do one with anyone this year. But as soon as CJ popped up, I asked him straight away. I went to meet him. Drove up to meet him, had a little chat, showed him the track. He showed me one of his tracks, what he wants me to feature on, and just hit off from there. And I said I sort everything out with him, out for the video. I figured saying I'll direct it, I'll get my guys in from Down Musik to film it, and
Nice.
you know, invest a little bit in it, because I did want to make it one of the best videos I've done, because I think a lot of people have said that since my first music video, it's sort of upped, like the what's it called? Oh, I might have to cut that bit out.
Well, the levels, you know.
The levels of it. So we've done you track. That one was a really good video, but I think now that one of our colleagues, Joe Gasser, is so much improved for like editing, filming. We also invested in new cameras. You know, we also want to invest in a lot more as well to make, you know, everything we do a lot more better.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's going to be hard to top the grinding video now.
Yeah.
I think we've put so much into it, so much work, so much planning. Now it's going to be so much harder to like try and top that, but we will try and do that for future. I mean, it's not just going to be music videos for myself. We'll do, you know, music videos around the country for other people.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just trying to top everyone and see what limits we can break with that.
I think that's very, very good. I mean, I think the levels have been raised. Obviously, Gasser will have his links here also. He's the producer. We've done some really great stuff lately, and a lot of people have said that, you know, I've had meetings not only with Face Music, Modified Media and all that, and people have been saying like all the stuff that we do is really, really improved, and especially your music, that's really improved as well. And you know, when I was rapping and that, if what was that rap that I had, that bar that I had, if practice makes perfect, then I'll be perfectly practicing.
Yeah,
so it kind of resonates to that. You know,
definitely.
you've practiced and you've got better as you've done it. I was terrible. I didn't practice, and I'm still terrible. So it still resonates with that. So yeah, is there anything else that you want to say to people? Obviously, you got the track. When is it coming out? Friday.
Friday the 7th of December, featuring CJ. We'll probably bring that out around about 5 PM again, same as Half My Story. There will be a promo video coming out at some point in the week, hopefully Tuesday, so look out for that one. And then we'll release a track on Friday, and hopefully you like that one.
So this Friday you got a new track Grinding coming out. Are you in track wearing Christmas jumpers?
Not as much as you, mate.
Well, it is December.
How old's that one?
Right, this
I've
one.
seen you get it out of the Christmas box. You don't even keep it in the closet.
Well, it'd be nuts if I pulled it out of midsummer, wouldn't it? So yeah, I've just pulled this out because we're putting up the tree now. So, you know, found the old jumper, got it on, and it's time to get merry. But back to Face Down Music. Next Friday. So thank you for grabbing the interview, and I'll catch you in a sec.
Yep.
Peace. Oh God.
Put that in the outtakes after. Where he goes, oh God.
I'll also put in the outtakes of you saying put that in the outtakes.
Look at that character.
1, 2, 3, and I'm in.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Fatz from Modified Media, Mr.
yeah.
Fatz TV. What?
Down Musik.
Yeah, I've got to say all of them. Thanks for ruining that.
Fucking scared. Watch that back later. I'll proper go like this. I'm like.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Fatz from Modified Media.